Hello everyone, I'm Chirag Jain and I have got All India rank 355 in Civil Services Examination 2018, and before that I got All India rank 10 in Indian Forest Service Examination in February results. Uh, I come from a place called Saharanpur in Uttar Pradesh. I was born and brought up there. I did my schooling there, and in 2011 I got admission into IIT-Kanpur. From there I graduated in 2015 in electrical engineering. Since then I have been preparing for civil services and Indian Forest Service examinations. Uh, I decided to appear for the civil services immediately after my college. The inspiration was that this is a career option that beautifully combines public service with a good career prospect and a considerable social recognition. So this was my motivation behind going for civil services. This is my brief introduction. Now I'll come on the preparation strategy part. First I'll talk about the prelims, then mains, and then interview. Overall, the preparation should be done in such a manner that there's some kind of integration between prelims and mains strategy. In the initial phase, we focus on the standard textbooks, NCERT books, and certain standard books like Lakshmikant for Indian polity and Shankar IAS for environment, and other standard books. This is the initial phase. This should be done in such a manner that once we have done those, we should not frequently need to be required to be visiting those sources again. We should have them thoroughly. And in the second phase, we should do some value addition. That can be done from the some of the coaching materials and also from the test series. So value addition should be there apart from the initial foundation that we have built. This is the second phase, and the third phase, I think it should start. It should precede the preliminary examination. In that phase, you should focus on the revision of the earlier parts and also giving more and more tests of the prelims. This helps. This builds a certain degree of mental aptitude required for preliminary examination, especially eliminating the incorrect options and based on a certain intuition, estimating what is the correct option. So this kind of thing comes when you practice immediately before the prelims. And then between pre and mains, as everybody says, the focus should be more on answer writing practice along with certain revision. I did answer writing practice. I joined answer writing focus group of ForumIAS and also the mains guidance program. Effectively, I wrote around 30 tests between pre and mains. 30 tests of 3 hours each for GS. So that was very beneficial for me. This should be done between prelims and mains. After mains, for the interview, I would also say that don't leave, after the mains, don't leave studies. Keep the momentum on and start preparing for the interview. Interview has slightly different approach. For written examinations, we read current affairs in a different manner. We rely on various online sources, ForumIAS and other sources are available in the market. They put out current affairs summary that are useful, and we also read The Hindu and other relevant newspapers. But for interview, slightly different approach is required. One should also read other newspapers, especially the business and economy newspapers. I read, along with The Hindu, I read Indian Express and Live Mint, and they were very helpful for me. So this should be the strategy for current affairs for the interview. Apart from current affairs, interview has certain other two important things other than current affairs. One is preparing your detailed application form, DAF. That should be done very thoroughly. And secondly, reflecting back on your personality. Think about personality related questions. Think deeply. This is the third aspect. These things should be done for the interview. And apart from that, few mocks also should be given because in the mocks you get the feedback what is wrong and what is right for you, and you can improve accordingly. So that is more or less about the whole preparation. This was my third attempt in civil services, second interview and third attempt overall. And in the Indian Forest Service, it was my second attempt. I started my preparation during my college days in 2013 when I was in third year. I started there, But the serious preparation started after I passed out from my college in 2015. I did not take up any placement and directly came into the preparation. Since then, I have been preparing mainly. Apart from that, I have been carrying out certain activities that would help me in the long run in the career as a public servant. For example, recently I went on a trip called Good Governance Yatra, where I interacted with many eminent people and saw the first-hand implementation of various public policy projects. So I would also say that such things should also be done by the candidates. Not just don't focus on the academic part, but engage yourself in the other activities that would help you in the long run. And also keep the momentum going on. Won't frustrate you, won't irritate you through the preparation process. Last year, the background is, last year I had only 373 marks in my general studies and 327 in mathematics, because of which I got up to interview stage. So, but I could not find my name into the final list. The reason was obvious, because of low marks in general studies. So the picture was clear that I had to work on GS. I was looking at the options, what can I do? I consulted some of the seniors, and it was recommended that I should go for ForumIAS mains guidance program. It was very useful for me, especially the personal mentorship provided by Asif sir mainly. He used to sit with me for quite long hours, and we used to discuss a lot, especially with regard to my answer writing style. And with him, I think I improved my answers a lot, and I would like to express my gratitude to the team for that. The biggest challenge was to carry on the process in spite of the initial failures. Uh, Last year, I was expecting some rank, but I did not find my name in the list, and I was shattered. I did not know what to do, and like the situation was very tough. I was out of the college for 3 years, and I did not take up any placement. So although it was my decision, but I was very depressed at the time. So, but then I thought that this is so small stress compared to what I would get into the career. When I step into the field, the stress would be much larger. So if I am not able to cope up with this much challenge, this much stress, then how would I do justice to the service? So this was the motivation that converted that stress, that difficulty into an opportunity to do better. So this is the major challenge that I see in the preparation, and many of the candidates face this challenge. Even this year, many of my friends who were preparing with me, they have not found their name into the list, and I see myself into those friends, that what I was 1 year back, they are in the same position now. And I would like to say to the candidates that yes, this exam takes time. Be patient. Your time will come, and I am extending, because my experience shows that even last year's Anudeep sir's example also shows that he got it into his 5th attempt, and the most important quality that he showed was patience with this examination. Also, another important thing is the reason many people do not clear this exam again and again is that they repeat the same thing. They have not cleared exam this year, and if they repeat the same thing next year, then there's no point in giving the exam again. Just sit and analyze what went wrong for you and what did not work, and try to focus on that. Make necessary corrections, and then give the exam. I think the most important change that I made in my answers was in terms of value addition. Earlier, I was writing very plain answers. I was knowing the issues very well. I had done extensive reading, but my sentences were very plain. They were qualitative statements. This time, I focused more on value addition. For example, use of data, facts, diagrams, committees' names, articles of the Constitution, and the judgments given by the Honorable Supreme Court, and so on and so forth. I enhanced the visibility of my content. There are two ways of writing an answer. Write in such a way that an examiner has to read the answer and he has to try to find out the points out of it. And another way is to use innovative methods like diagrams, columns, tables, with flowcharts. With that, visibility of your answers enhances significantly, and examiner, while evaluating the answer sheet, he doesn't have to look for the answer actually. He doesn't have to look for the points. He doesn't have to search for them. He can, the points are visible. So that is something that should be done, and I did that, and that I think helped me. I will also like to speak about essay. Essay, I think the most important thing is practice. Between prelims and mains, I wrote 8 tests, that is 16 essays, and many of them were philosophical essays. Try to write philosophical essays, because this year in the section B, only philosophical essays are there, and many of the candidates faced problem in writing essay. Some of them could also not complete the essays. So my advice would be to at least practice more essays, especially the philosophical essays. I will also like to speak about my optional mathematics. Mathematics has been a stronger part for me. Last year I got 327 in mathematics in civil services and 270 in Indian Forest Service. That was highest in the country. This time also I got good marks in Indian Forest Service, 267 marks out of 400 in Indian Forest Service. I'm awaiting the marks of the civil services mathematics, but mathematics has been my comfortable area. For mathematics, I would suggest that divide the topics into 2 parts. There are certain topics that are related to conventional mathematics like linear algebra, real analysis, ordinary differential equations, partial differential equations, and so on. These are the topics that should be done very thoroughly, and the topic should be done from first principles, understanding the topics. And the second part is related to the difficult portion, not difficult but unconventional portion, that is mainly physics related, dynamics, statics, fluid dynamics, rigid dynamics. These are the topics that candidates generally find difficult. So what should they do is, they should prepare a set of questions from the books. They should repeatedly do these questions, and in the exam, if a question comes from those topics, then if a question is from that set, attempt that and finish that. If it is outside that set, don't touch that don't touch those questions. This I would say to the mathematics people. And I'll also, after some time, I'll try to write a detailed strategy about mathematics. My inspiration mainly came from my parents and also from the consequence of clearing this examination. I knew that this exam is very challenging. There were setbacks in this exam process, and many of the candidates apart from me also face this. But ultimately what matters is the final result. I knew that it takes such a large effort, and but after making such effort, one day one is bound to get the results, and when the results come, everything will be forgotten and only results will be remembered. That was my motivation, and in this process my parents supported me unconditionally. They were with me every second. They did not let me face any problem financially, emotionally, psychologically, anyway. And apart from that, a lot of close friends also motivated me consistently. And apart from the friends, teachers. The teachers have consistently put faith in my abilities. They have constantly guided and motivated me. After the prelims last year in 2018, I was very depressed. I was hopeless that how to go about mains, because earlier I had written 2 mains and I was not very happy with my performance. So I came at ForumIAS. I interacted with some of the selected people, and then there were certain significant changes that happened. They helped me a lot, and they helped me in understanding my problem areas and correcting those areas. So this is what I saw through this process. So I would like to express my gratitude for the ForumIAS team to having provided me this platform for sharing my thoughts and my strategy for the examination. Thank you so much.